Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein moved in the same New York Palm Beach elite social circles from the 1980s through the early 2000s. In a 2002 New York Magazine profile, Trump described Epstein as a terrific guy who likes beautiful women as much as I do, many of them on the younger side. The two were photographed at events and were reported to have attended some of the same private gatherings. In 2004, Trump purchased Epstein's Palm Beach mansion at auction, marking one of the last documented links between the two. In 2008, Epstein secured a controversial non-prosecution agreement in Florida. Critics later argued that the deal allowed him to avoid more serious charges involving underage victims. Alex Acosta, the U.S. attorney who helped negotiate the deal, later served as Trump's Secretary of Labor. When questioned about his involvement in the Epstein case, Acosta reportedly claimed he was told Epstein belonged to intelligence and that his prosecution should be minimized. Trump initially defended Acosta's record but ultimately accepted his resignation in 2019 amid renewed public scrutiny. In 2016, an anonymous woman filed a civil lawsuit accusing Trump and Epstein of sexual misconduct. In the 1990s, Trump denied the allegations, and the suit was voluntarily dismissed shortly before the election. No further legal proceedings followed, and no criminal charges were filed. The timing of the case's withdrawal led to speculation, but no evidence has emerged to confirm external influence or pressure. Following Epstein's 2019 arrest and subsequent death while in federal custody, interest in his personal connections surged. Epstein's death was ruled a suicide, though irregularities in jail procedures and surveillance failures fueled widespread suspicion. During the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, released materials included Epstein's contact book and flight logs. Trump's name appeared among other high-profile individuals. Epstein's longtime pilot testified that Trump had flown on Epstein's jet on a handful of occasions. Trump denied any close relationship with Epstein and stated publicly that he wasn't a fan. In early 2025, Attorney General Pam Bondi oversaw the limited release of DOJ files related to Epstein. Despite promises of a comprehensive document dump, the release contained mostly redacted or previously known information, such as flight logs and already public court materials. The release was described as the first phase, but no second phase has materialized. The lack of substantive new revelations led to public and political frustration across the spectrum. Around the same time, Elon Musk posted online that Trump's name appeared in Epstein-related files. That claim reignited debate. Members of Congress, both Democrats and Republicans, demanded further transparency from the Department of Justice, pressing for unredacted access to all investigative materials. In May 2025, multiple reports confirmed that Trump had been privately briefed by DOJ officials, including Bondi and Deputy AG Todd Blanche, that his name was referenced multiple times in internal investigative documents. These mentions reportedly included flight records, social calendars, and testimony from third parties. The DOJ emphasized that such mentions were not equivalent to evidence of criminal conduct, and that no charges were under consideration. Nevertheless, the same month, the DOJ halted the release of additional Epstein files, citing victim privacy concerns and the presence of sensitive content, including material related to child exploitation. Trump publicly denied having been informed that his name appeared in the documents. The White House called the Wall Street Journal report fake news. However, multiple outlets, including Reuters, confirmed that briefing materials listing Trump's name were distributed to certain conservative political allies, creating a further disconnect between public statements and internal documentation. Inside the Justice Department, debates reportedly intensified. Officials including Kash Patel and Dan Bongino advocated for full public transparency. Others, namely Bondi, Blanche, and Trump's legal team, urged restraint, warning of political weaponization and privacy violations. These divisions added to pressure from Congress, where lawmakers were preparing to subpoena additional materials. Trump directed DOJ officials to pursue the unsealing of grand jury transcripts from past Epstein investigations. A judge in Florida denied the request, though separate motions remain active in New York. Meanwhile, Congress has subpoenaed Epstein's former associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, to testify before a special oversight committee. The committee has also requested records of any sealed testimony in which unnamed associates were discussed. In response to ongoing press coverage, Trump filed a defamation suit against the Wall Street Journal over a resurfaced anecdote about his signature in Epstein's 50th birthday album, a detail that, while not illegal, has become symbolic of the broader cultural suspicion surrounding public figures named in Epstein's orbit. Separately, Bondi has filed a legal motion to begin reviewing grand jury evidence for possible declassification, pending court approval. Trump's name appears in DOJ Epstein files, confirmed in May and acknowledged by both DOJ and the White House. No criminal allegations or evidence have arisen from those listings. DOJ and FBI have halted further releases, citing privacy concerns. Congressional and political pressure continues, with subpoenas to Maxwell and inquiries into possible cover-ups. Donald Trump's association with Epstein is a matter of public record, limited but traceable through flight logs, social engagements, and contact lists. The full context of these references remains obscured by redactions and legal barriers. No charges have ever been filed against Trump in connection with Epstein, and all accusations have been denied. Still, for many observers, the question remains less about guilt or innocence, and more about who controls the flow of information, and what gets hidden behind the veil of national security, sealed grand juries, and powerful legal teams. If the public is ever to learn the full truth, the truth will depend not just on what's been redacted, but on who had the power to keep it that way.